你的手机给我，我来拨911。
哈，小杰啊，在中国呀，不是拨911，应该是拨110。不过现在在公园里，我们呀找保安就行了。
黄仁浩 describes his missing wallet. 一个方的皮钱夹 a square leather billfold. 夹 is to place between two things or to press from both sides. 钱夹 is a billfold, where money is folded between two sides of leather. 颜色和这条裤子差不多. The color is similar to this pair of pants. 条 is the measure word for pants. 和 something 差不多 means roughly similar to something, not exactly the same. If something was just the same, we would say 和 something 一样。
是什么样的钱包？
哦，是个方形的皮钱夹，颜色就和这条裤子差不多。
里边都有什么？
哦，大约200块钱，一张信用卡和一些出租车的发票。
你叫什么名字？
黄仁豪。
你看这个是不是你的？刚才有人送过来了，你把钱包落在卖风筝的柜台上了。
哦，就是这个，谢谢你了啊。
Well, let's take a bit of a tea break and talk about some of the cultural background behind today's dialogue. But rather than talking about the unpleasant business of having lost something, let's focus instead on kites, which were actually invented in China. Even the National Aeronautics and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. claims that the earliest aircraft were the kites of China. Chinese kites date back over 2,000 years. Before the invention of paper, they were originally made with wood and bamboo. Some early kites were used for military purposes and were large enough to carry a man aloft so that he could observe enemy positions. Others were used to send messages. The Chinese word for kite is fengzheng. Zheng is a traditional Chinese musical instrument. In the Tang Dynasty, from the 7th to 10th century AD, people would tie small strips of bamboo that would vibrate and hum in the breeze, sounding something like the zheng. Today, there are over 300 varieties of kites in China. Probably the best place to see them is during the National Kite Festival held every year in Weifang in Shandong Province. Let's take a closer look at some of the language points that we came across in today's dialogue. For example, 竟然, unexpectedly. Here's a sample sentence. 没想到竟然在这儿碰到他. I didn't expect to meet him here. Now, we could say this sentence without the 竟然, and it would mean roughly the same thing. But by adding 竟然, the unexpected nature is emphasized much more. 没想到